In this part 1 video, I completely tear down one of the front seats from my Dodge Charger. First thing I want to do is remove these mounts, and I've found that taking off the spring helps quite a bit. So let's start with that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I learned a few things from that mistake. First, I should have used the right tool for the job. Second, I should have worn safety glasses. And third, I should have scooted the seat forward before I removed it from the car. That way the spring would not be under so much tension. But it's off. Then take this spring off. There are two bolts, one at the back end of each runner, or each track, and then there's a nut that you got to reach from inside towards the front of each track. These bolts towards the back take a 7/16, and in order to move the track out of your way, grab the lever, and you should be able to slide it out of your way. There you go. Tough. Oh, it's down. Okay, so then the nuts that are up inside there, take a 1/2 socket. Now, the reason for taking those off is so that you can access these screws a lot easier for the two side panels. Like that. Okay. Then you've got another two screws for each of these side panels. One's at the back here. Other's at the front. This panel lifts off. And let's flip this over. The other panel. So we got these two big bolts that are the hinge point for the seat back. And they take a 3/4 socket. So you get a big bolt with a big fat shoulder on it and a washer with a rubber O-ring, I guess you could call it, or a rubber washer. We can take the back off. What should we start with? Let's do the back first. Okay, so then we've got these screws at the bottom that hold this back panel on. This is a hard metal back piece. And it's only fastened at the bottom here. Pull it down like this. Okay, so now we got hog rings. Hog rings along the bottom, the sides, and the top. We got listing down the middle here. So we have 2 rows of hog rings that have to be cut. Now this can come off. There we go. Might as well tear it all the way down like I did the other seat. Even if I end up reusing this, I'll just reattach it. A little flap there, but then the rest of this is all just on the front of the frame, and the burlap isn't even hog ringed down. Looks pretty good. The burlap looks pretty good. I think this all can be reused. Yep. The seat bottom. Guessing that's an inspection tag, 776. So, just like before, I'm going to take off these hog rings. All right, and then As with the back, we've got 2 listing strips going down the center. So these hog rings have to be removed. You've got to pull the vinyl up over these studs. Release the listing from the cushion. Now, more hog rings. That stuff is just unsalvageable. Tell you what, let's flip this around, because up in the front corners we have 2 pieces of burlap that are separate from the main burlap. So we'll free those up first. On the other seat, these corner pieces weren't attached at all down below. They were only attached on this part of the frame. See, there are a couple of hog rings there, but this is a small piece that has listing at the top and the bottom. It's metal. There we go. You can see the wire sticking out of this one. Actually, it's slid out a bit. I'll fix that later, but again, it's just a square with a hem on either end and some listing. Let's just start back here. We got 2 rings right next to each other in the center. There's our felt. And the burlap also has its own hog rings. Got one up here. And there's one. And we got one in the middle. All right. It's seen better days, but we'll see what we can do with it. And there's our frame. So we'll give it the old once over, spray paint it, put it back together. In part 2 of this video, I'll show you how to completely reassemble the front seats, including a lot of foam work. Thanks for watching.